guys able to see this?
Yes.
Okay, I'm go ahead and sort of expand this just a little bit. I think that should do the trick. Okay, I'm gonna hit play.
Exactly what your plan was when you messaged a 13-year-old girl on the internet and told her you wanted to fuck her.
I was just gonna talk to her. That's why I told her nothing.
You were just gonna talk to her?
I was.
Do you know how much this sounds like an episode of Dateline? You know how ridiculous it was when I saw it was you?
Can you take your hands out of your pocket, sir?
Yeah.
Do you have any weapons on you or drugs?
Yes.
Why don't you throw it on the ground?
That's it.
You keep your hands on your head. So what was your plan with the 13-year-old girl after you repeatedly said you wanted to fuck her?
Honestly, I was not gonna do anything.
Really?
No.
What were all those words on the messages then? Suck daddy's hard cock.
Honestly, it would have never happened. Honestly.
Really? Then why were you coming down here to pick her up? What time is it?
It's like 9.
It's like 9. So what do you think should happen to you now? Should you go ahead and call the cops and let them know what you did, or should we? It's up to you. I suggest you get your cell phone out, call 911, and let them know what you did right now. You're gonna admit to everything, because I've got it all on the text messages.
That is quite interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I meant it when I titled in the description, "The Man, the Legend." Like this guy was blowing up all over the internet for setting these scumbags up, and it's beautiful, you know. Like it really brings a tear to my eyes, you know. I mean, I'm just wow.
Yeah, I wonder what is House Chat's thing here. Why are they laughing so much then? Well, as is, people do the nervous laughter kind of thing. They try to use comedy to get over a tough situation kind of thing. That's where dark humor comes into play. But
I do the nervous laugh. I hate it. It's such a pain in the ass. Everybody always thinks you think shit's funny when it ain't funny. No, I was laughing when I told that dude to get his hands up on his head. Like,
oh yeah, well, yeah, we heard that part, yeah, and I knew that was coming from you because I can actually see it on the mixers and all that stuff, and that's just, yeah, the guy was laughing.
Can I share something? I'm feeling a little sensitive, and I have to get this off my chest.
Go ahead.
All right, I legitimately get off on the idea of a pedophile going through the worst pain you could have ever imagined. So I'm laughing because that's hilarious. I'm laughing because I think that's wonderful, and it makes my heart jump for joy. The same way that little girls love unicorns, I love watching pedophiles go into prisons and potentially have done to them what they were going to do to someone else. I think it's funny. It gives my heart a tickle, and it warms my soul. And it's like the Yule log that keeps me going at night. You know, when I'm laying in bed and I'm a little depressed, I think about a pedophile being tormented or tortured. So that's why I was laughing.
Yeah. All I gotta say is I got a chuckle just because you sat there and you told him to put his hands on his head, and he actually went and did that.
He did
so.
So, like, what you can't see in the video is, like, all the big people that I know, like the biggest motherfuckers that I know. There was about 5 of us, I think, and that's who, like, you can't see on the camera. So
he's just ringing his bell, you know,
by giants. Like, I was definitely the smallest person in the group.
Yeah, and NJ Diver asked, "Were you armed? Did you have any weapons?"
I was every other time after that, though, and there was some people that were armed there. Yeah.
You were still carrying, though, right? You weren't like menacing anyone with a firearm, correct?
No, and at that time, I wasn't. I didn't even have a gun at that time.
Okay.
But I shortly got one right after that. So some person around town, it was about the 3rd or 4th time I did it. I had gotten a random Facebook message early in the morning by a girl that worked at a gas station here in town, on the other side of town, that, like, I never go to, but everybody knows where it's at. And she told me that some guy in the middle of the night, some tweaker, like, rolled up in there with a 3-foot machete like on his side, screaming about wanting to take me out because he didn't like what I was doing.
Oh,
He like said my name specifically, and this cashier, like, I don't know her. She just heard him saying my name a bunch of times, and she knew me from being on Facebook and YouTube and shit. And so, like, she contacted me to let me know that was happening. And so as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh, well, now I need a gun.
Yeah, and someone followed up because they're asking, do you open carry at all?
Yeah, I usually do. I have
Okay.
a concealed carry permit, but I usually open carry. In
Okay.
fact, when I met down in Portland at the Day of Rage, that was just one angry black guy having a mental health crisis.
Oh, come on, there was innocent people there. Come on.
There was a bunch of people there, but there wasn't no. It was supposed to be the BLM Day of Rage, and it was nothing like that. It was just one angry black dude who was having a mental breakdown, and I was totally open carrying in their Pioneer Courthouse Square. Dude didn't know I wasn't supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, it's considered private property, yada, 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 crap. Oregon has this, or like, not Oregon, but Portland has this stupid, you can't have a firearm loaded unless you have a concealed carry permit or concealed carry license in Oregon. You can't be in the city, in the city limits, you know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they have it's like, yeah, it's obnoxious. It's obnoxious. So, like, okay, excuse me, Mr. Knife Wielding Maniac. Will you wait a moment while I put this magazine in my pistol before you continue trying to stab me? Like it completely makes, like, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna hop in here real fast. And hey, Mike, hopefully if the money is good for next month. Guess I'm gonna try to get my CCL next. Put in for my CCL next month. So let's just say things might get some. We might have some interesting videos coming up. That I'm gonna rope you into.
No, you don't have to rope me into it. I like me some concealed or some open carry videos. They're great. I've gone to get library cards with guys that wanted to open carry. I've ridden mass transit with guys that were open carrying and filmed it. What else have I done? I've gone to Voodoo Donuts with a dude while he wanted to get a Voodoo Donut while open carrying. I went into a bar with a guy while open carrying and filmed it. So I've done a few of those videos, and I enjoy them. So it's just a matter of scheduling, man. I'm all over it.
Oh yeah.
You know?
But anyway, go ahead and continue on, Curtis, with your further tales there. I didn't want to interrupt you too much.
Oh, so let's just go to where I got charged with a crime down in fucking Oregon.
Okay.
I went down there. Some lady had contacted me. She was saying that this guy that she had used to date had started talking about wanting to do stuff with her and her daughter. And she showed me all these screenshots of what this guy had wrote. And sure as shit, the guy showed up to a hotel room that we went down there and rented and set him up in. And I was live streaming it on Facebook. It's on my YouTube channel. I just set my phone in my room and started live streaming this whole shit on Facebook. All of a sudden, like a year later, thereabouts, I ended up getting charged with a crime for basically recording the incident and not telling everybody that it was being recorded.
Yeah, the actual law in Oregon is intercepting of communications.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, just to make sure the audience understands, so you reached out on Whisper to a woman that was wanting to pimp out her daughter to guys that wanted to have sex with her, right? Is that how it went? Okay, so you were basically reaching out to a woman who wanted to pimp out her daughter for sex with her, right?
The guy wanted her to.
Okay, the guy wanted his. Okay, I got you. And you set up a live stream in the hotel room, and a year later, after you busted this pedophile, the police charged you with the intercepting of communications.
Yes, and so I ended up holding out on their deals until they gave me a deal of basically no jail time and no community service.
Right. So what was the final plea bargain for this?
I had to pay my lawyer fees. and that's it.
Good. Now, let me tell the audience about how ridiculous that is. Intercepting of communications is an old law that goes back to the 1950s. It has to do with wiretapping. Like, I mean, so far back in history to where you would actually have to physically attach a wire to someone else's phone line to listen to it. And the really effed up thing about this is that there's an exemption in the law that says that if it's law enforcement, they don't have expectations of privacy. And, you know, so it was really, I was really intrigued by your case, and I was hoping that it would, change the case law if you went to a jury trial or whatnot.
I'm considering that so much, but then, like, they gave me this deal where I didn't have to do anything.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, you know what?
Yeah, I mean, you got...
People are fucking stupid, dude. And I could have gone to jail. I didn't want to go to jail because people are fucking dumb.
Oh, I totally understand. And, like, you know, you have, like, dependents that depend on you to bring home the bacon, and you have a family and a life, and you have to make your decisions for you.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, I have nothing but respect for you, but, like, you know, and what you're doing and what you do, but, like, you know, I was kind of hoping that you would take that to a jury trial and win it